So apparently this was a bit of a last-minute effort that I had to put together. This week we were originally going to talk about the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, as well as a few other things. But I was told at the last minute that those who were going to anticipate had other things to do. I'm not going to look down on those who have those things. The only criticism is that this was just being told at the last minute, and that's the unfortunate realization. So this podcast is probably going to be a little, it's
haphazard.
It's going to be very haphazard. So from top to bottom, we have DuskFlare, Aeon of Dreams, DuskFlare, Galaxy, Ryley, and... Okay, so just a bit of a heads up. This one is going to be the Helluva Boss podcast marathon. I told you this was going to be haphazard. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but Peter here has not seen it.
Breathe.
He has not seen it, and this was because he didn't have the time to. And this is just, again, just a whole...
Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the shit show, indeed. So, Aeon is just going to sit there, and that's going to be it.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Yes. Here's a live webcam of me sitting.
Probably smoking a cigar and just drinking anything. I normally don't like to include those who haven't been up to date with, like, any stuff that we're going to talk about, because otherwise it's like, why are you even here? But Aeon is Aeon, and I can't be mean to him.
Aeon is, like I said, Aeon's company is good company. So.
It is.
I will use my Aeon privilege to sit in the podcast anyway.
Yes.
I might make comments, but yeah.
Okay, then. All right, so we already know that the next episode of Helluva Boss is going to be airing tomorrow, but this podcast in particular, at the time of this airing, because I know this will also be up on Monday, people are going to get the dates mixed up. We're going to be catching up on the first 3 episodes, one of which being the pilot episode, and upon doing so, each episode has their own thingamajig, or they have something to commentate on. They have something to talk about. I'm just going to go ahead and start off with DuskFlare. I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, wait. For which one?
The pilot episode.
Dude, I've seen the pilot.
Okay, then, fire away.
Yeah, dude, I said I have seen some of them.
Yeah, I asked you which you haven't seen and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I don't know how many episodes there are. I've seen the pilot, and then I saw the one with the husband and wife.
Okay.
Okay, so you can start off on the first 2 then.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give your thoughts. Yeah, so, yeah, there's the pilot episode, and there's episodes 1 and 2. The second one is Loo Loo Land. I definitely recommend you check that out, Peter. In fact, after you give your thoughts on the pilot episode, like, you can make your time to just, like, watch a bit of the Loo Loo Land. Because because we can be on one of these for a really long time. But give us your thoughts on the pilot episode.
On the pilot, so there's something about this. I know a lot of people have said this before, but it seems more focused than has been. And also the character. I don't know. There's something nice about the characters and all because they're just basic demons. I love the dark sense of humor.
Absolutely,
especially the kids die free, and then especially after killing the other little shit, because there is something slightly cool about the idea of, oh hey, you died and went to hell, so you're probably cursed someone's name as you went down. Apparently even minor little demon imps can just come right back to Earth. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What else did I like most? Okay, I forgot their names. So, Furry Bait was pretty nice.
Luna.
Yeah, that was it.
Excuse me, why would you treat my wife like this? I'm offended.
Her being taken has nothing to do with this. Plus, if she's Furry Bait, she's everyone's wife because furries.
I love her, but she is furry bait. Yeah.
I could just see that deadpan look on her face, like she's just ready to slap the shit out of you.
Oh yeah, no, you can totally tell that's the entire reason why she gets away with everything, at least from the boss. Even if the promiscuous character is that moth owl dude.
Yeah.
God, I love that guy. Yes, he's so
God.
funny.
Oh, you're gonna really love Loo Loo Land then.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
God.
definitely. I've seen that it does showcase him and I think his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to that soon. Anyways, on about the pilot.
No, right. Back to the pilot. No, I also love the relationship that all the demons kind of, or all the imps, because I think they're technically imps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah, they say that if I remember right. Sort of the relationship they have with each other, like you have the straight guy who's freaking out all the time, the overly cheery wife, the apparent overseer owl dude who just goes in. My favorite joke that he always does is like the long descriptions of everything he wants to do to you.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I am kind of like that. So me and him are kind of vibing on a level, so I kind of have to admire it. You know, if you let me get away with it, of course. But although I'd like, yeah, I'll explain more about that when we get to the second episode because you guys know what scene I'm talking about.
All right then.
Yeah.
And what else? I don't know. The pacing in this is way better than the Has-Been pilot too.
Oof.
You think so?
No, I've
No,
noticed.
I do think so because the Has-Been pilot wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Like I'm not necessarily criticizing the Has-Been pilot. It's just the pacing on it was a little bit like kind of a little bit up and down, just slightly. Like it was, like I'm saying that in a nitpicky kind of way, but if you compare the two, I think Helluva Boss is like better paced.
I could see that, and I did notice that almost like I wouldn't say unanimously, but a lot of people have been saying they like Helluva Boss more than Has-Been Hotel, and honestly, I can't blame them because. Like, I'm not going to overtake everything. I'm going to save my thoughts on that until, it's my turn. And knowing very well I go last. But go ahead and continue.
Well, yeah, but I think the other thing about it, too, is that we've just seen more of Helluva Boss.
Yes.
Like, it had, like, a really good start, and then they just continue to pump out more episodes. Whereas we only have the pilot of Has-Been and the animated music video for Addicted, which is still really, really good.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
No, that was incredible. But beyond that, we haven't really had enough Has-Been stuff to really get us, like, hyped beyond the pilot.
Mm-hmm, that makes sense.
Instead I think that's why we kind of lean into Helluva Boss just a little bit more. Although if I saw it again, like, recently, I'd probably have more, like, additional little comments, but I think that's overall my thoughts. Yes, you.
All right, Dusk, take it away.
I know I'm one of the few who feels like this, but honestly, I'm more interested in Has-Been Hotel than Helluva Boss. I know a lot of people love Helluva Boss, and I do too. It's just very, what's the term? ADD for me?
I want to be more into Has-Been. I just need to see more of it because I'm intrigued by it, but I'm only teased by it.
I agree with you. I'm on the same page. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they had more of that out, but I mean, I'm very glad that they're getting Helluva Boss out as well, because like the more episodes they pump out, the more interested I become. Like the first episode, I'm like, no, I prefer Has-Been Hotel. The second episode caught me, and by the third one, just with that song that Stolas sings, that is just amazing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm enjoying all the episodes as they come out, but again, I'm still like looking back like, well, I know you like this is your moneymaker, like this is the one that people have said are going to be on which was the TV show that bought them or something.
Oh, I have no idea. It was some big like.
Mm-hmm.
God
TV
damn it!
show?
What was it? It was like a network or something that bought.
Was it Adult Swim, or was that what they were shooting for?
It was
Hold on.
23 pictures or something.
There it is.
I'm sorry?
It was like 23 pictures or something. I don't know. It's the same people who put out some schlocky horror films, I guess. I don't know.
Makes sense.
I would have preferred it to be on Adult Swim, but sure, whatever.
It would have been nice, but I think they would have been too restricted that way from what they wanted.
Hey, I'm just glad they're like making it like they're getting paid for their art by an actual show host. Like
they're getting paid for it, and they're not being like censored into oblivion
Yeah.
about it.
I'm honestly thrilled, and I'm very curious where both shows will go.
Same.
Yeah.
I want to know more about the plot of Has Been, though. It seemed interesting though, because like there's the countdown to the purge, the angels, and you kind of want to know what Alistair's about, and like if Satan is in here, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want to know more about this, so I'm more interested in what Has Been has to offer. But I like Helluva Boss more only because we have more of it.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fleshed out. That's more fleshed out.
Anyways, Dusk, you were saying?
Oh, sorry.
I think I'm pretty much done. I'm just very glad about it. The first one, the first episode, I guess, I enjoyed the jokes. I enjoyed the straight man Moxie versus everyone else who's slightly more insane than him.
Okay.
I like that they made him a theater nerd. I thought that was a really funny touch, especially since I think what was it he called Blitz's commercial, like cheap musical knockoff, whatever.
Yeah.
Especially since coming from a theater nerd, that just makes it even funnier. Blitz following them everywhere is hilarious. Any scene with Stolas is amazing. And yeah, I'll agree that Luna is furry Pate. Because you don't see her in the later episodes.
She
Like,
is a background character. More
Yeah,
than
but like
anything.
very background. Like they did not focus on her at all.
I would love a Luna
Hilarious.
episode, but we'll see.
She's like, you just need to be here and dress in a skimpy outfit, and that's enough. Don't worry.
I mean, like, we'll
Welcome
have
to hell,
to.
you are now a furry.
I mean, even though we've had more episodes of Helluva Boss and Hazbin Hotel, a part of me believes that they'll eventually bring in like more Luna in like future episodes.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, we might get a Luna episode. It's too early to tell.
And there goes the door.
Oh dear. Also, I find it funny that like Blitz goes through this whole thing with Stolas to steal the book, and like Stolas does not even seem to mind. Like he doesn't really seem to care that they stole his book. Like he knows about it and just is letting them do it because it's funny to him. I found that amusing as well.
Okay.
My book. You can have quite a bit of fun with this.
Sounds familiar.
Well, give the devil his due. What happened?
Yeah. I can see why Stolas is kind of like Aeon. I can see the parallels, honestly.
I'm seeing it more and more as I remember things.
Yeah.
Thank you, Goldie.
Ah, you're welcome. Apparently it hit some kind of timestamp, so you're probably going to be like sent to the middle of the episode. Let me edit that.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
All right. Anyways, have fun with that. Dusk, you have anything else to say about the pilot?
Not really. Again, the
Okay, then.
pilots are mainly meant to intrigue and give little bits away of what the show will be about.
Okay.
I found Helluva Boss was very good at that by dropping their personalities. You get to know quite a bit about them, and as the show goes on more, you find more and more about them, which is more and more interesting.
Yeah. All right, so are we ready to pass the turn off to Galaxy? All right, Galaxy, take it away. Did she suddenly turn into a baby? What the fuck?
What happened? Sorry, I was stretching.
Okay.
I was stretching. What? Okay, hold on. Sorry, I was doing poses.
Okay.
Has been hotel. Fuck, I forgot. Shit.
The
Helluva
pilot.
Boss.
Helluva Boss pilot episode.
Okay. Helluva Boss was kind of neat. I mean, I can see why people like, what was it? Hazbin Hotel? Fuck. I can see why people like this more than Hazbin Hotel. I mean, the reception on Twitter was a yikes, especially with Hazbin Hotel. It's kind of, weird and ironic in a way that this got more positive reception than Has Been Hotel has, even though that's supposed to like kick them out of the door to the mainstream, but I think it's Helluva Boss that kind of kicked them over too, if you know what I mean. But it's just like, how do I say this? I like Luna and who was that bitch? I forgot her name.
Millie?
Millie. Yeah, she's a mood. Both Millie and Luna are a whole fucking mood. Hell, I've been compared to them. And I love both of them, mostly because like their personalities. I can honestly imagine like Sleepy being a combination of both Millie and fucking Luna. How do I say this? The voice actor for Blitz was, I love that dude. I remember he was in like a couple of YouTube series, and I was just like, the fact that he's there is kind of just like, okay. I honestly like the characters more in what was it? Helluva Boss than I do with Has Been. I love Has Been, but I think the only character that I kind of had a liking to is Angel Dust.
Well, can I tell you something that might make it a little bit better? Just had a random thought. I noticed there aren't nearly as many edgy tryhards cringing about pretending that, guys, I think I'm Alistair. Do you know how many people I met who were like that?
I guess.
And yet Alistair is just the complete psycho, and yet a lot of people just want his radio dick.
Yeah.
I mean,
they want that Great Depression on their ass, but okay.
No, they definitely want his antenna.
Antenna.
But I don't know. I have honestly nothing to say other than the show was good in terms of the pilot. For a pilot, it's pretty impressive too. Don't get me wrong, Has Been Hotel is also good. It's just the reception is where it kinda is day and night, if you catch my drift.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember looking up Has Been Hotel on Twitter. What a reception! It was okay, but also there were people who were so divided about the whole thing. And I was just like, I've never seen. I don't know if this is just me being close-minded or just in a rock for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen such a divided like review, like divided how do you say this? Divided
reception
in Suicide Squad. I've never seen such a divided reception in Suicide Squad.
Oof.
And I kind of like Suicide Squad. It's my guilty pleasure. But it's just one of those things where it's like, wow, y'all don't like this that much? The thing is, I can kind of see why. Then again, I feel like those people are probably, underage, but still, it's kind of just like, okay. And then when you look at Helluva Boss, it's like the complete opposite, where basically everyone likes Helluva Boss more than Has Been. But I like all the characters too.
All right, then.
And also, I feel I need to say this. No, my OC is not inspired by Has Been Hotel.
Yeah, I was about to ask, do you get confused? Like, no, I'm not saying this in any negative way. Like, do you get confused for that a lot?
No, but I have a feeling someone might be like, hey,
it's preventive. It's preventive.
Yeah, just like you can kind of see into things a little bit. Just like, oh, is that your Has Been Hotel OC? It's like, no. No, it's not.
I do remember there was an artist who I used to talk to who was inspired by Vivzy Pop's art style. Do you guys remember Scriptless Pony?
Yes. Actually,
Yeah.
Yes.
I think a majority of her art was inspired by Vivzy Pop.
Yeah. I don't know why I remembered her, but I remembered her. Yeah.
No, she had a very unique OC.
Yee. She had a little chimera character, and it's so
Mhm.
cute.
Anyways, anything else you have left, Galaxy?
Pilot good. Millie and Luna are a fucking mood. Blitz. I can see why Stoll is Aeon basically, and it has no Hotel character.
Who?
Yeah.
Stola, the
Sorry,
owl.
The owl.
Oh, yeah, no, he is. Because if I'm comfortable with you enough, and obviously not in any force, totally will do most of the stuff he's talking about.
I can see why now. Y'all are literally the same person.
I also have a book,
Yes.
and I love birds.
Hey.
By the way, sorry if you hear fidgeting in the background. Blissy is making brownies.
Nice.
Okay, so are we ready to pass the turn to Ryley?
Yes.
All right, Ryley, you now have the floor.
Perfect commentary.
Awesome.
First of all, I kind of want to say I don't think it's fair to compare Helluva Boss with Has Been Hotel.
Thank
because
you!
They're not really the same type of shows. One's a more story-driven series, all about like this whole thing about turning sinners that have been doomed for eternity actually good and heaven bound, and the other is just a bunch of dipshits who just want to cause as much chaos as possible.
But they're so lovable.
They are.
Oh,
They're
they're
lovable
There may be
dipshits.
dipshits, Riley, but there are dipshits, damn it. The other one's the queen of hell. We'll never be friends with her. She's a... Like, I'm not going to subscribe to her OnlyFans, but... Helluva Boss.
Alright.
These are people I could be friends with.
Yeah.
As they take me to hell, because I was probably targeted by... No one remembered enough to target me. Never mind.
I mean, I love all the characters. I love Blitz. I love Moxie. I love Millie. I love... Honestly, Luna... I like her personality, but she's kind of the thing I think of immediately when I think furry art.
Yeah.
She's just kind of a generic furry character to me.
So, furry bait, like what we were saying. Literally furry bait.
Yeah, like very generic furry bait to me.
I'm so done with all you motherfuckers.
I mean, there's a little bit of bias here. She is a wolf. You are Wolfhead. Can't blame you. Wolves are nice.
I mean, let's be real. I'm more than certain that Wolf wants her demon dick. Their demon. Wait, never mind.
I
Wow.
was gonna say. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Goldie, I just wish to point out something. Some succubi are sometimes fudas, if you want them to be.
Oh my!
No, I'm speaking like legit demon lore here. This can totally work.
Oh my god.
Wolf, I got a question. Do you want some succubus dick?
I plead the fifth on this question. I'm just gonna.
No one will judge me here, especially not me.
I think you have
Canadian
something.
wouldn't
I
say
think you have something involving like bat wings and such. I mean, is that why you're into Death Horse? That's a joke, by the way. Sorry. I kind of wanted to clarify that because I didn't want to sound like an ass.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So
continue,
I'm
Ryley.
sorry. Yeah.
I mean, I just love the dynamics between the characters. Blitz is just... He doesn't give a shit at all.
That's just you.
No, I give a shit. Too much of a shit, actually.
Oh, you're the other character.
Stolas is yeah, I mean, I see Aeon and Stolas, not gonna lie, so... Millie, I'm still getting we're just talking about the pilot, right? We're not talking about the other
You
episodes.
cut out like
Yeah,
crazy.
pilot.
Yeah, we're only talking about the pilot right now.
I love Millie's character. I love her southern accent. It's in fucking Richard Horvitz. I did not know I needed this in my life. I did not know I needed Zim to say fuck. But they let him say fuck.
Yes.
And we are forever blessed because of that.
We were forever blessed by Zim saying fuck.
Are you fucking filming us right now?
I love that line. I love that. It's like after Moxie's done singing for Millie, it's just like, are you fucking filming us right now?
I'm still watching the episode right now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I definitely want to see more of these characters. It was a good first impression. It's definitely, again, it's a more comedy-driven series. It's more about the antics these characters get into versus has been, where you have a bunch of characters, but there's also plot development and stuff like that.
Actually, yeah, after this, can I make a comment on Angel in Addicted after we're done talking about all of Has Been?
Sure, we can save that before we go to Q&A.
Okay, cool, thanks.
All right then.
But yeah, can't wait to see more of this series.
All right. So, are we ready to pass it on to Wolfhead?
Yes, he finally gets to
Yeah.
talk about his girlfriend.
Yes.
His fucking other wolf
He's
senpai.
addicted to his girlfriend.
Death Horse would like to have a few words with you.
Oh boy.
Anyways, go ahead.
Let's see. Helluva Boss. Helluva Boss is a great animated show on the YouTubes. It is done by Vivzy. I don't know her last name. Ryley, help me out here. What is her full name?
Medrano, I think. Vivian Medrano.
It's done by Vivian Medrano. Beautiful creator. When it comes down to the pilot, I think it does a great it does a great job of introducing all the characters. Immediately you have Blitzo, who, like Ryley said, doesn't give a shit at all. He just cares about his business and how he's going to do it. You have Millie. Millie, the only thing I think when I think of Millie is that I think of, like, what's this other character's name? The one that looks like Blitzo but is shorter?
Moxie?
That's why he calls them M&M.
Moxie. I only think of her as Moxie's girlfriend. I know that's kind of mean, but it's like I can't think of anything else to say about her. Moxie. Whenever I hear Moxie talk, I always think of like Daggett from Angry Beavers, or Zim from Invader Zim, or Billy from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Man, so on and so forth, right?
Because it's Richard Horvitz playing him.
Yeah, those are the only things I hear in my head. Like, if I wasn't watching the episode and I turned my head and I heard that voice, I would think I was watching another show. But then I would hear, like, the word fuck, and I'd be like, nope, that's Helluva Boss. I don't think he could say fuck as Billy, or as any other character for that matter. Luna is a precious bean, and if anything happens to her, I will kill everyone in the chat and then myself. Who else do we have?
Millie.
I think you already talked about Millie.
Yeah, I already talked about Millie. I said that I only see Millie as his girlfriend, not Blitzo's girlfriend, the other guy.
Wait, Blitzo has a girlfriend?
No, Blitzo doesn't have a girl. Well, he's
Blitzo has
fucking
Stolas.
Stolas.
Stolas is
Oh.
confirmed.
I don't know if they're a couple. They're definitely fucking back there. It's like they're doing something to each other. And I don't want to get into.
Pretty sure that's basically prostitution.
Yeah,
This is how we're talking about
it is hell for you.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, if we're talking about hell, then, and you got succubi, you don't need to pay them. They're not whores. They're sluts.
Oh, okay.
Speaking from
Fair
experience.
enough.
Okay then.
Nice.
All
The
right.
distinction is very important.
Yeah.
It is, because a whore you gotta pay for. A slut will do it for free.
Yeah. I'm enjoying Helluva Boss so far. We are a pilot and 2 episodes in. I can't wait for the next episode. The very first thing I saw was Luna when I saw the GIF on Twitter, so that makes me excited, as you can probably come to your own conclusions about.
In both ways.
In both ways. Yeah, Luna's great. But anyway, that's all I have to say of Helluva Boss pilot episode. I have more to say on the on episode 1 and 2. So
oh, absolutely. All right, so to give my
are you a Luna fan?
Am I a linchpin? Am I a kingpin? Is that what you just asked me?
Are you a Luna stan?
Am I a Luna stan?
What the hell does that mean?
I could be anything she wants me to be, Ryley.
Oh my.
Anyways,
I'm totally for the vibe that you're laying down because I can read between the lines on this. And good man Wolf, you've done what I would have done.
Anyway,
high five.
High five from across the planet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take the word that you said right there, Wolf, about the word distinction. Helluva Boss has a huge distinction between this and Has Been Hotel. Has Been Hotel, like from a thematic standpoint, Has Been Hotel is more about the idea and ambition for redemption for those who have sinned a lot, whereas Helluva Boss is just chaotic bullshit, like Ryley pointed out. And I think that's where I think it's a bit of an unfair comparison between those two, aside from the fact that Helluva Boss had more episodes. When I first heard about Helluva Boss, I just thought, okay, this is probably just some side bit to just like fill in the channel, then keep it occupied while future episodes of Has Been Hotel are in production. And you know, that's fine. I can definitely say that Helluva Boss did too good of a job introducing us with the characters and everything, and in a very humorous fashion. It's a mixture between just something, you know, demonic driven. What the hell is, like, am I hearing racket or something?
Sorry, Bliss was grabbing silverware and stuff.
Okay, because I see, like, the waves are getting big and such again. But no, shit, where was my I'm trying to, like, get back on the track of my train of thought.
Distinction did too good a job.
Yeah, so with Helluva Boss, some people said it best, that it's demonic bullshit mixed with The Office. And I think that's a hilarious depiction right there, because like The Office has been known for like awkward humor and everything, but this is taken to the extreme and they take it into a violent approach, and I actually love that. And much like with Has Been Hotel, the jokes definitely write themselves with their lines and dialogue, like, kids die for free!
Yes!
I love that! Something that wasn't talked about that much is the fucking child. And I was surprised that they were having a child become so despicable, he's more despicable than those 3 dipshits who are, like, demonic creatures. I mean, it's a huge contrast, and it just becomes cathartic afterwards when, like, you see Luna check her phone. She's like, oh fuck, guys, I just got a text from our client, this is our killer. What? Well, Christ on a stick, there is a god. Bam.
Right? Oh, I love that.
That was good timing.
It was.
Brandon Rogers is a fucking legend. Dude.
Yeah, and like
his writing is impressive.
The way, this also has to do with the pacing, and the pacing is because of the jokes. Each joke is so perfectly timed. Like, you have Moxie singing for Millie, only to find out that fucking Blitz is fucking recording him with a camcorder. Are you fucking filming us right now? I still love hearing that line. It's so random. And not to mention, he was inside the fridge. Like, how is it that Blitz is able to sustain coldness when sitting in the fridge? I mean, it's just, like I said, there's a lot of things that it did well in its pacing, and it definitely focuses more on its comedy, whereas Has Been Hotel, as people keep making comparisons, is a lot more, it has that more serious tone and the driving force towards the idea of redemption. So,
can I make a comment on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I think a better way to look at it in a more obtuse way, I think I'm using obtuse the right way, is a good Has Been and Helluva Boss are to each other what like the Star Wars movies and the Mandalorian is to Star Wars, because the side stuff, in this case Helluva Boss, doesn't actually have any of the main characters in it for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
They probably do have an influence on the plot to some extent. I mean, however, it's kind of showing you what's going on everywhere else when the main character heroes aren't around, and like what is it like? What is it like for like a normal denizens of hell, as opposed to, I don't know, the fucking queen, the scariest one, and a celebrity? Because if you notice in Has Been, everyone is kind of a someone. Like, literally, literal princess of hell, again, celebrity, most genocidal demon, etc. Whereas Helluva Boss these are just normal demons, and they're interacting with other normal demons.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. That's a great...
He does have a point, yeah.
Yeah, no, that is a great distinction.
Yeah, and also, again, like Mandalorian, this is not Luke Skywalker's story of saving the galaxy. This is, I'm a dude on a place that's far off from wherever the plot usually is, and this is kind of what it's like here.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, like, honestly, I just, we got another bot going on.
What?
No, it's in the chat. How do I take care of
Want to
it?
become famous? Buy followers Prime.
You can't, oh god, you've been infiltrated by Russian bots.
What
They're
is
not
the
even
message,
Russian.
comrades?
What is going on with that writing?
Best Korea does it again.
No, seriously, look at this, Aeon. This
No,
is
I
great.
am looking at it. It's because there's probably what's probably going on is there's probably a formatting glitch, so it doesn't know how to reformat itself, so it comes out corrupted.
The demons are amongst us.
Yeah, because we're talking about demons.
Fantastic timing.
Okay.
This one is called a gremlin.
All right.
You as a gremlin invasion.
Okay, so I think I've covered just about everything for the pilot. I can see why a lot of people enjoy Helluva Boss more than Has Been, but again, at this point you're kind of mixing apples and oranges. There is they're both comparable, but they're also very contrastable, if that's even a word.
Well, I mean, I personally look at it as you get a whole picture of like what that whole universe is about, because they're still in the same universe, so you can't think that they're totally separate.
Okay.
Because there's too much inertia between one and the other.
Okay then.
Type.
All right, so I think
one way or another, it still has to say something about the cohesive world that they live in, because they live in the same world. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So
when we compare it, that's what we're thinking about usually.
all right,
At
so
least me.
I think we're ready to move on to the next episode, Murder Family.
I love this episode.
All right,
I
so
do too, because do I get to start or
yeah,
wait?
top to bottom, and I go last.
Got it. No, I love this one because this one had the most. I suppose I can put it as comical realism about this concept. So I'm kind of glad that they got. First off, they did the most predictable plot well, and when I say predictable, I don't mean that in a negative way. By most predictable, I mean what is something that you're most likely going to mess someone up over? Okay, vengeful ex, or someone cheated on you in a relationship, or messed with you romantically. And I'm kind of glad they did that. Most of us have probably been there before. So it's an easy thing to empathize with, and we knew it was coming. Because, if you died and went to hell because, I don't know, someone cheated on you or similar, you're probably going to be pretty hella pissed.
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
You're probably going to want to hurt them back, too. So that was that one aspect of sort of the realism of, like, what you would use this service for.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is exactly that sort of grudge. And I can see a lot of people doing it, maybe in some circumstance. Well, I'm not saying I want to damn someone to hell or murder anyone, but, like, if you wanted to ever get back at someone for something,
Yeah.
it's the easiest thing to think about. The other point of realism that I really like is when they set the demons on fire, and they're just kind of like, whatever about it.
Yeah.
I can
like-
fake it if it'll get your. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I can fake it if it'll...
If it'll make your dick hard.
Right, no, I love that. Oh, I love that so much. I'm surprised that they apparently recognize bullets as a threat. Although it has been shown in the canon of the series that apparently demons can die, and there's also something called the Purge, which I'm so curious about. Yeah. No, I'm really curious about that part of Has Been because I want to know. But still, and probably my most favorite scene is when they're calling in a favor from a damn it, why
Stolas?
I'm already
Stolas?
Stolas. Yeah, they're calling in a favor from Stolas, and the entire rest of the episode, even when the cell phone is dropped, and I love that they came back to it. That's what made it perfect. He's just listing off every little sexual thing you would do. So he's pulling a me. And then later, when he runs past back the cell phone that he dropped, he's still fucking going. This demon is my spirit animal.
It's so funny
Yep.
because like
Yeah.
it's so goddamn. It's kind of subtle in a way because you just see him running, and then in the background you hear, "I'll suck on that."
Yeah, and you see the phone on the floor too.
Oh yeah, no, like at the shot where Moxie's running back, you can see the light showing while hearing it.
Yeah, exactly. You can see it projecting up from the floor. Yeah, no, plot twist. Stolas is just, how about Helluva Boss takes place in the future, and Stolas is just what happened to me when I died. There you go. And no one would argue with this. But those are probably like the biggest things I loved about it. I really didn't have any real complaints about it. Just the idea of like, oh, cool. They have to deal with a slight risk that whoever they're targeting might fight back or might be really fucking crazy like this, even if the people don't exactly know what they're doing. Again, setting a demon on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not saying that it's like a negative or stupid. If they thought, hey, bullets could probably kill these things because they're shooting and they are trying to dodge them, then they probably didn't have a reason to think that fire wouldn't work, or they probably didn't. I don't know. Like, it's one of those "our demons are different" things. If anyone reads TV tropes,
Okay.
Yeah.
like because you don't. I don't know. Maybe they're like the Doom demons where shotguns actually work, or maybe they're like supernatural where they totally do not. I don't know. But obviously here they're not like supernatural. But apparently bullets do kill them.
All right. So,
Yeah.
anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah. No, I also, and I agree with what it was said in what Rosario is saying too. Yeah, no, like at the very least, it's like the victim in this case. There's something really cathartic about it because they definitely deserve to. You do get the sensation that they kind of deserve to be in hell a little bit earlier than the rest of us.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of catharsis, but oh god, I love this episode.
Yeah.
Stolas, I will lay in bed with you any day.
All right. So Wolfhead and Luna and Aeon of Dreams was Stolas.
God damn it.
No, because I'm with.
characters.
Well, I mean, Wolfhead could just. Oh, what's that? Oh, never mind. I mean, given the nature of Stolas, I suppose, and that this is hell, I suppose we could invite Luna into the bed too.
Golden is laughing so hard that it cut him out. That his own mic was like, "All right, relax, buddy."
Relax, bro. No, but I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine that. But yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'm just gushing. So.
All right, Dusk.
Dusky.
Yep, you're up.
I mean, I concur with Aeon that the funniest part was Stolas still on the cell phone. Like, again, he did almost nothing the entire plot, but like that, he just stole the show again. Like, he is awesome.
I love him.
I don't have much else to say, but I liked the direction that they went with this. That Moxie is the one who's like the least deranged out of the entire group, and that he has a problem with killing even when they're clearly trying to kill him.
Probably.
It's a cool contrast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It works in a contrast because, it like in his mind, he thinks of it as like taking an extreme route. I mean, I'm not gonna like side with him on it, but like he did say at one point, yeah, it's one thing to just take on the wife, but taking on the entire family was something that he was more concerned about. Like, I think that goes a little too far right there.
Yeah, Blitzo. I think Blitzo was like Blitzo made a point to be like, listen, we're just here for the job. We don't care about the circumstances. It's like even when Moxie was like, you know, fucking, are we gonna kill a family? And then Blitzo was like, no, we're gonna kill the wife. We're gonna ruin a family. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Anyways, continue. Continue, Dusk.
Again, I don't really have much to say about this one. I like the third episode far more than the second episode. There was nothing bad about the
You
second
mean you
episode,
like? You mean you like the second one more than the first? Like, keep in mind because there's also the pilot.
Oh, right. You're
Yeah.
correct.
All right then.
So, yeah, I don't have much to say about the first episode. The second episode was really the one that grabbed me. I did like the pilot, and I did watch the first episode, I guess, but it was the second one that I really liked.
All right then. So, pass it off to Galaxy.
Yep.
All right, Galaxy, you're up.
Wait. If Aeon is soulless, and who would be Dusk?
Dusk is just Greg.
Oh, okay.
Dusk is in
would
my
that...
bedroom anyway.
Nice. Would that mean I'm... Oh, that's obvious, but would that mean I'm Millie?
Actually, guys, I am Alistair.
Jesus Christ.
I've heard that way too much.
I didn't think people would actually relate to Alistair. I can see
No.
him as like a husbando kind of character,
No,
but I didn't think he would actually do that.
The only comment I'll say on it is people keep doing it like, oh, like they kept comparing themselves to characters like it's a personality quiz with everyone they knew, and I'm like, damn, a lot of people are apparently Alistair. It's amazing how much I don't see this in real life.
Yeah. But anyway, I like this episode, I just don't remember it. I like
Yeah, I'm having the same problem.
I like the teacher. I think she was probably... I like her, what was it? I like her demon form, or... imp
Of course you
form,
would.
Or... Oh my god, I love her design. She looks like the craziest bitch on the block who would have like an 8K on her, and I love it.
I mean, she kind of has a right to be crazy because she went to hell after she was cheated on.
Yeah. That would mess someone up. But so I take it that the vibe that I'm getting from me, Dusk, and Galaxy, and everyone else confirm this with me. This episode is like a really good night out drinking. You remember that you had fun, but you don't remember too many of the fine details.
Yes.
I can see that, yeah, because it's a very straightforward episode.
This episode is tequila.
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 Tequila. What? Oh. I do see how... I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of weirded out by, what was it, Millie's voice actor, because I was just like, okay, alright, well, we'll go with that, I guess. But it was just like, I like the part where fucking Luna was, I think that's on the second episode. Oh fuck, I forgot. Shit.
It's the first, she was the one with the book.
Yeah. No, because there was this line that I thought of that was from the episode, but it's the next episode. I did like, however, how this story was basically just like, hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna, like, fucking kill this bitch-ass Poe. And it's just like, oh, is that gonna be the plot? No, we're basically gonna ruin the entire family. It's just like, oh, okay. Okay. Fucking hell. What did... I'm thinking. 'Cause I'm tired. I mean, I do like the episode.
Okay, are we ready to pass the turn?
Yeah, pass it to Ryley. I don't know much anymore.
Alright, Ryley. Take it away.
I kind of love how we open up with the old murder-suicide. Let's Good way to open up the episode.
Yeah.
Also,
Beautiful.
how does being a homewrecker and surviving being killed by the wife make you a hero?
Because you survived a deranged maniac is what they were basically saying. If I remember.
Yeah, but you were also the one who was helping her husband cheat on her. So,
I mean-
no one really paid attention to that.
I mean, I think it's one of those things where it's like it's supposed to portray people as like messed up, which is probably why a lot of people end up in hell. So fridge brilliance when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like someone who thinks of themselves as that heroic probably does deserve to be there when you really think about it. It makes it cathartic.
I mean, I love how it turned out that this family, including the cheating wife, were also Satan worshippers too. So that was an interesting twist. How they were like saying, "Oh, great, Dark Prince, we offer your servants back to you," or something like that.
We give you back your filth.
Oof.
I mean, it was kind of one of those. It was. Yeah, I mean, Aeon's pretty much got it right that you don't remember a lot of the details because that's basically it. That they're just that they're sent to kill this cheating wife, and shit, and stuff happens. I gotta admit, with Galaxy 2, I kind of got caught off guard by the voice actor changes.
Yeah.
Like how Brock Baker originally voiced Stolas, but I'm trying to remember the new voice actor's name. Does now, and how they switched up Millie's voice actors too, because they thought they would. I guess they wanted a bigger cast, and because the original voice actors played both her and Luna in the pilot.
I didn't notice that.
Well, the new voice actress has kind of a deeper voice than the original.
Okay.
It was funny. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say as much as the pilot, but it was still a solid episode, and I still find it so funny how they got Mara Wilson to voice the teacher.
Beautiful.
You know, Matilda Mara Wilson.
Yep.
Oh, so she played the girl?
Yeah, she played Matilda.
The teacher.
Did
Yeah.
not know that.
She
Yeah.
played Matilda.
Yeah, Mara
Wait.
Wilson played, like,
Since there's still the sorry for interrupting for just a bit. Since we're on the big name actors, they're going to be kind of surprised when you find out about the casting choice for Loo Loo Land.
Oh yeah.
No, wait. If we're gonna get like a bunch of washed up child actors to be repraised into new roles, are we gonna get that McCulkin guy from Home Alone? Is he gonna be in here too?
Dude, I would love that.
Is it gonna be a redemption shot?
Yeah, honestly, that would be
It's gonna a
splendid.
redemption shot for a bunch of child actors who like had their careers cut short. They're all brought back and in hell because that's where their careers are.
That, oh my god, that actually needs to be a thing.
I want McKelly. I want the
love
McCulkin
that.
guy to be in Has-Been now, just because A, he's a cool guy, and B, that would be so awesome.
Somebody mentioned this to like fucking Bibsy. I'm just kidding. Don't bother about it. But
Probably would do it too. Not out of desperation, but he is cool enough to show up in fan projects where they talk about Home Alone.
well, here's the thing about like Macaulay Culkin and Mara Wilson when it comes to child actors. They didn't become like drugged up wash-ups. They quit because they just weren't having any fun acting anymore, so they just decided to quit for a while.
I mean, with Macaulay Culkin's case, he quit because his dad was being very abusive in the sense of just like, oh, let's put him in a shit ton more movies. And there's like, God knows how many movies that Macaulay was starring in that I can't even keep track. I mean, I only know very few outside of Home Alone.
Or something.
I'm sorry?
Wasn't there a what?
Wasn't there like a court case between him and his parents over the?
Yeah, no, like the wife was like did not appreciate it, and they were gonna try to get the money back for Culkin for all the acting that he did. Like, I would have to look this up a lot more, but there was a whole freaking scenario that got Macaulay Culkin to actually go into that really harsh direction, you know? But
Yeah.
obviously he's done better, and the man is 40.
It's hard to believe now, honestly.
I
God,
know.
I was just watching Home Alone 2 a few weeks ago.
Anyways, back to Helluva Boss.
Yeah. Episode 1 is like, I guess, just a good middle of the road episode after the pilot. I might go back and watch it a little bit for just like character moments and stuff like that, but it's not as memorable as like the pilot or the next episode.
Alrighty then. So, are we ready to pass on?
Yee.
Alright, Wolfhead, go ahead.
All right, Helluva Boss, episode 1, Murder Family. You know him, you love him. It's the Blitzo family. Hey, there you go. I don't know what I'm doing, dude. Please help. Let's see.
Like he wasn't in it long enough.
It's okay. He did not receive the help fast enough, but it's okay. He's now with Luna in hell.
Oh, Murder Family is one of my... Well, it's hard to say it's one of my favorite episodes because there's only 3 fucking episodes and I like all of them. I don't think I can compare all of them. I do like Murder Family in the sense that, like, it follows this woman who gets cheated on and then she snaps and all of a sudden, like, there's a moment in the episode where society makes her the bad guy because everyone approaches the woman who cheated on her with, "Oh, I'm glad you survived that crazy bitch. Here's a check for $1 million for like no reason." And then it just smash cuts to everyone calling her a hero. It's like you're a hero, and then the smash cuts to like her husband fucking her. You're a hero, and then the smash cuts to her at the grocery store. You're a hero, and getting fucked by another dude. You're a hero, you know, so on and so forth.
Like a crazy ex smear job.
Yeah. And so, like, at some point in the episode, like, I'm sure the people before me have said, Blitz, is his name Blitzo? No, Moxie. Moxie, I keep getting Blitzo and Moxie confused. Moxie is the one who's like, who are we to dictate who should die? Or, like, who are we to dictate who should suffer based on what they've done? And out of all the times in the episode where the fucking where it made me laugh, where it's like the Riddy retorts or Stolas being on the phone, one I remember laughing out loud at the end of the episode where Moxie was like, "I'm gonna call the police," and then he calls the police show up, and then they just blow up the fucking house. It's like the police are even we as mortals are like, we don't want to deal with this shit. Fucking send them to Kingdom Come. Like they're hell's problem now, you know. So yeah, I like this episode. I didn't like it more. I probably like it a little bit more than the pilot, just for all its comedy and stuff like that. But yeah, my favorite episode is the next episode, which we will talk about in like right now. So, after Golden.
Yeah. So
okay, Golden, take it away.
So to give my feelings on Murder Family, I can see why a lot of people don't think of it as often because of what happens more in the... What? Oh. There's stuff in the background. Murder Family it's a lot more straightforward. It's straight up a big action sequence. That's what most of the episode is. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. It's how they encounter something that is completely surprising to them on top of what is allegedly a cathartic situation for them to tackle on. And that's pretty much like... That's all. Like it feels very, very bare bones when it comes to mentioning something like that, and I think that's part of what made me think of Helluva Boss as something much simpler, and I think that's what they were trying to aim for. And Murder Family definitely delivers on that. Now, of course, that is very entertaining in its own right, but when it comes to the next episode, it starts to become. There's actually a little bit more going on in comparison. So. But it's an episode in which if you just want to not necessarily turn your brain off, but if you want something like this episode is comparatively like a quick snack when you think about it. Like it's a bag of Doritos, and the other ones are like I don't know, a burger or a burrito or some kind of a main course meal.
I still think this episode is vodka.
Either vodka or tequila on your end.
There we go.
All right, so I think we've talked enough about this episode. I think it's time we move on to the next episode, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you have been looking forward to the most. Loo Loo Land. Now, Peter, have you caught up on Loo Loo Land?
Yeah, I saw it earlier in the call.
All right, so if you do the honors, give us your thoughts.
Cool. No, I love this one because this one was a lot. It was still funny, and I'll get into the humor in a little bit. I actually thought this one was a lot sweeter, though, like in a very good way. Like, because it was a really cute story about how, like, oh look, it's a father-daughter story about how they learn to get along together now, even after they kind of sort of hate each other. Which, as someone who got over a lot of family issues recently, I was like, oh, this is sweet. Even if it is fucked up in all the right ways, too. I love it. First off, the design of Octavia is pretty adorable. Seeing Stolas seeing a different side of Stolas where he's kind of dealing with other things where, to show you that he's more than just a one-note joke, which I do think that both Hasbin and Helluva do really, really well. Is just at the point where you think you can just write someone off as a one-note character, they do something completely different with them. That still fits in, and I love that they did it with Stolas now too. It was his turn. The song in the beginning was really awesome. I love the Saturn symbolism in it because holy shit, that has a lot of, whether this was intentional or not. Saturn is like okay, I'm an occultist. Saturn is Satan's planet, and if you were to associate any particular planet with demons as a concept, it would be Saturn. So I'm just like, I was kind of squeeing about that, whether that was intentional or not. The song in the beginning was great, and also I noticed that the jokes in here were synced up with like visual cues and cutaways extremely well. Like, now that the other episodes don't do this well, I just noticed that it was done a lot more here, and it was done like perfectly. Especially in the opening when Stolas is just on the phone, and it cuts back and it just cuts back and forth between them having a conversation, all of them having a conversation. Like, they do that so perfectly. Especially the joke of, oh, I'll pay me what, money? No, that was perfect. Or yeah, where they finally go into the park. I did hear the accent shift this time because I didn't remember the cheery imp woman like having a southern accent before. Maybe my memory's just messed up.
Millie?
Yeah.
Was that with the voice actors change or?
No, she does have a voice southern accent. It's just not as noticeable in the first episode.
Okay, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
In this one, it's very noticeable.
Yeah, I noticed it.
All right, so
it's very noticeable.
Something of... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. And it was basically that. I just thought it was a really sweet story of, like, sort of like father-daughter bonding time, as well as, like, I love all the shit-talking animatronics, and I kind of got a Gravity Falls vibe in parts of it, because Loo Loo Land would totally sound like a scam that Grunkle Stan would totally do, and it's about at the same level of quality as Grunkle Stan would make it, so I was kind of low-key smiley about that, even if it also wasn't intentional.
As you mentioned the animatronic clown, so this is something that I was saving for. The voice actor who was the clown was Alex Brightman, who played as Beetlejuice on the Broadway musical.
No, that's cool. And
yeah.
Also that role is totally fitting for this type of show. Now, I love that he was like spitting fire, like, holy shit. It's like, I make a lot of money killing people, you know? It's like, yeah, but does anyone love you? Or it's like, damn, you got roasted and you can't hit him. or to put it another way, you can't hit him with bullets or your insults because, wow, he was like, I think at the end, I know he was killed off in a cutaway gag or something, but, yeah, no, that jester was freaky. Why isn't he the assassin? Anyway, he was awesome. I loved him. Also, the song was so sweet. I love the visuals of it all. I love everything that it established. I'm just like, I'm actually getting a genuine, it's like, oh, I'm getting a genuine sense of emotion out of this, which is good, because I like it when comedies can kind of do that. Or I like it when they pull a sudden sweet moment that, you know, it has more punch because you don't expect it you don't expect that level of depth out of a comedy. Again, the visuals, oh, they're so good. And Octavia was so cute when she was younger. It's kind of sad to see what they grew into, but I do like that they make up in the end. Too. That was just really sweet. Yeah, I love this one too. I think this is my favorite one.
All right, so are we ready to pass the turn?
Yeah, Dusky Doo, time for you.
All right then.
I agree that this is so far my favorite episode of all the 3 that are out. Stolas, again, is basically my favorite character in this series. I know he's kind of a lesser character, but I love that they made an episode basically about him and his daughter reconciling, and that saying, yeah, he's a prince of hell, but there's still consequences for what he did. Because Blitz, crashed his wife's tea party and literally told all her high-class friends, yeah, I fucked your husband. Like, talk about getting cucked.
Oh, yeah.
But, oh my gosh. And the fact that Octavia is just kind of used to it, like, she's so blasé about the whole thing, says that this is, like, the norm in her life now, and that's just really sad. And I like that they went into her psychology about that.
I just love that there's a Stolas episode. That was the last thing I forgot. Thank you for making an episode about best character. Anyway.
So I've been to a theme park once in my life. Twice, maybe, if I went to one when I was younger. And I've never seen an animatronic. So I can totally understand why that would completely freak someone out. Like I don't know if amusement parks like that are more common down there, or maybe I just haven't been to, like, the shadier ones. But I can understand being scared of, the people in the costumes and stuff, because I was not raised with one. So I found that the whole clown thing was fantastic, because it's interesting to see how certainly children are terrified of clowns these days, and so many people are scared of clowns because they've become such a horror icon. The fact that he is a horrifying clown is hilarious to me. And yeah, he also packs a punch and bullets and explosions. He is literally a clown you should be scared of. I don't know, again, and the only thing that annoys me personally in this episode is part of the song. It goes so high that I can't sing it, and that's why I'm annoyed with it. Like, I can't even hum that high. Sucks being a lower voice.
Join the club.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Oh, God.
Oh my. No, you're going to make me so damn.
Good. Now get in bed while I Stolas you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I guess. I mean, sure. Are we ready
Wolfhead.
to pat?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Wolfhead, you have Luna. Go. There's another bed over there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ah.
Gonna destroy this shit. Anyway. Golden, are we ready to pass it off to Galaxy, or?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a blushing mess now, so yes.
All right, Galaxy, you go right ahead.
Oh, what to say about this episode? Honestly, can I just say this is more memorable than the first episode?
Yes.
By a long shot, yeah.
Yeah, more
Okay.
memorable, I would say, yes.
Look, I'm gonna just say this. I live for Octavia, because Octavia is every single, like, teenage girl who happens to go to Hot Topic for the first time. And she has this fucking track that I live for that reminds me of if, like, Avril Lavigne turned into, like, a techno electronic musician.
Yeah.
Like, my world is burning down around me. I was just like, oh my god, yes! Yes! We love a Hot Topic bitch! Let's go! We love an angsty crawling in my skin type of bitch. Hell yeah!
Octavia's great. She's a great character.
No, Octavia's fucking good. In a way, I can see her being a more realistic character or someone who's like very relatable in a sense, unlike people who actually relate to Alistair, like Aeon said. But it's just like, it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, these things happen in real life too, where like these kinds of problems can also happen in a family too, where one person would cheat on the other, and then the mother would find out, and just like, it's basically a norm, which is psychologically like numbing in a way for like the kid. It's just like, oh, it's an average Tuesday, and then if you're like an outsider going in, it's just like, okay, this is pretty fucked up. I don't know why this is so normal for you, but okay. And I love how they tackle upon that. However, what I really love about this is the dynamic between Stolas and I forgot her name for a second.
Octavia?
Love the dynamic. I love the dynamic between Octavia and Stolas. It's just, it personally hits home, but I love how their dynamic is like, despite everything that Stolas has gone through, and despite what he's been doing behind the scenes or behind the sheets, if you will, with his side dick, it's just one of those things where it's just like, okay, this has some plot. All right, I can see this being a little bit more out there. Also, if we're gonna talk about the carnival part of it all, I love when Stolas is such an entitled brat. I love how he's like, I like how he, as soon as he was gonna get fucking kidnapped or like to rape jail, this bitch is just like, I need my guards right about now. Jeez, like, come in here. I love that about Stolas. He's such an entitled petty bitch, and I love it. But what's another thing? Oh, I love that part. Oh my god, I can see this being me and Ryley, where it's just like, oh my god, a thing! You like that thing? Yes! I don't know what the thing is, but I got that thing!
Right.
I love that fucking scene so much. It's I love it.
No, I noticed in every version of that scene, whoever's running the game is the cuck master.
The cuck master?
Yes, because it doesn't matter how good you are or how well you are, the game is always rigged to make you lose. And I've heard that's true in real life anyway, so it doesn't matter what, he is going to cuck you out of the sex that you would have had for winning the prize because you were never meant to win the prize.
Is that another term for cock blocking?
By the fucking carnival carny.
The carnival cuck master is here to cuck you out of the prize.
The carnival cuck blocker.
The cock blocker.
Yes.
No sex for you tonight.
Well, no.
Come and play my ring.
He's like a negative cock blocker though, because he doesn't steal your girl. He just, I don't know, prevents you from having as good of a time as you otherwise would have had.
Yeah.
In that sense, he is the carnival cuck master.
Can you just go up to him and be like, listen, I'm trying to have sex with my girlfriend tonight. Can you just let me win?
For an extra $50, maybe.
I'm trying to impress my girl, my wife. I want to impress my wife. Can you not do this to me, please?
My dick is large enough to even impress you, and if you let me win, you might be able to touch it.
You might be able to touch it for 3 seconds, and then they pull out like a timer. It's like 1, 2, 3. All right, that's enough. That's enough.
and then as soon as Millie comes in, he's just like, as soon as she misses, the dude basically just like shuts it down just to kind of just like sway her in, just like, oh my god, this is so fucking petty.
He was totally flirting with Millie. He was like, I'm talking to the lady. Yeah. And Millie was just like, oh, what the fuck?
Super uncomfortable with it. I like that they showed that.
Yeah, Millie was just like, oh, get away from me, creep.
I also love how he had, like, I got the vials of morphine. I was just kidding about that. And he throws it into a baby crib.
That was beautiful.
I love the humor of this show.
I think we all do.
I also love, can we just say, I love the fact that I think this is the most highlight of the entire thing was that we got the dude from Beetlejuice voice acting as the fucking
The animatronic
jester.
clown, yeah.
Yeah, and that was such a huge highlight. And I know it's the same series technically, but I noticed how they've been throwing jabs at Has-Been Hotel when she was like, I am. Wait, well, how does this go? I'm here to tell about the da 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 da, and it's just like, oh my god, I love how they're doing jabs at like certain generic shit like that. It's so funny.
The animation from Has-Been Hotel when like Charlie's getting up off the piano and I'm here to tell, and they did that with the jester, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that. I was just like, oh my god, I love that. I love the self-awareness that this show has, and it's so good. But yeah, I love the ending too, because it's just like it kind of comes full circle. It's like the dad doesn't even have the words to describe how he's feeling, and he doesn't even know how to cope with it because he knows he has a daughter. Might have disappointed her too. So it's kind of like that interbalance between like, okay, this might be bad, but at the same time, I have to support my daughter at the same time. So that was good. I like the episode.
Something to add on to that, if I may, because I did forget to say about that, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
When he was trying to explain at the end, when he's like, your mother and I, and he's talking, and it sort of grabs you, like, he might not have wanted this wedding after all. Like if this was, what's it called, arranged marriage or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I can see that.
Like, it would make sense that he keeps trying to cheat, basically.
Did he mention
that?
He even
Did he
said
mention
he
that it
wrong.
was? Yeah, like no, you're good. I was gonna say, doesn't he like sort of mention that they're from like sort of like an influential-ish demonic family, or like in a blink and you miss it line?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and usually those have like. I'm not saying that it's universally true. Obviously, in the West, it would not any longer be true since I don't know, at least World War One. But typically, they had those. They had arranged marriages usually as like a social political move, more than anything else.
Yeah.
And eventually, you got some freaks of nature like the Habsburgs. Weak chin, Chad chin, Habsburg.
Just think about that family tree. It didn't fork.
Oh,
Yeah, at least we aren't nearly as bad as the Pharaohs.
all right.
Not fair enough. I mean,
All right.
it wasn't like too common the like by like a nephew and a niece or something like that.
I mean, he was pretty malformed, not gonna lie.
Okay, are we ready to let Ryley take the floor?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead, Ryley.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like everybody else, the only thing I can really say is this was so much better than the last episode story wise. Like you got to see more of these characters, so they're more one note. It was nice seeing Stolas just outside his mansion and talking to Blitzy. Saying
Blitzy. Are you trying to get in bed with Blitzo now? What the hell?
The O is silent.
sorry, I had it stuck in my head because that's what Stolas calls him all the time.
Oh.
And it was nice seeing these characters interact more, and like we got to see Stolas and like not just be the one-dimensional character. We got to see how he interacted with his daughter, with his wife. Just like there was kind of repercussions for sleeping with Blitz, and like, which, yeah, I agree. It's probably kind of an arranged marriage type of thing, or like he was basically using her as his beard. You guys know what a beard is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like a disguise or something. Like, hey, this is my wife I love very much. I don't at all. Like that kind of thing.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And it was nice seeing more of this world with Loo Loo Land. Apparently, they said it's actually a knockoff of another theme park or something. Anyways,
I think it's Lulu World or something.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that Octavia made the jab when it came to one of those mascots, the costume mascots.
And seeing Millie and Moxie having to do that carnival thing to win the prize reminded me of, hey, Aeon, you remember Canopy Lake Park, right?
Yes, I remember Canopy Lake.
I remember I spent over $35 doing that bowling ball trick to get a fucking stuffed Brian doll from Family Guy.
Oh God, why?
Why did you do that?
Okay, that's a valid excuse.
I was 12.
Okay, yeah, that is a valid excuse. Yeah, you didn't know any better. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I meanwhile was just feeling my stomach sink lower than my ball sack on the Pirates ride when I was young. No, that thing drops, man.
Oh yeah.
Lord, I have nightmares of that one.
And just it was interesting. We got to see a little bit more of Blitz's backstory too, with the jester, like how he actually used to work at that theme park, and he actually went by Blitzo, the full name, instead of having the O be silent.
Yeah.
If you worked at that theme park, wouldn't you want to kill people for a living instead?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's mandatory at this point.
Yeah.
And one thing that I find funny than every single thing that Vivzi's put out so far related to Hazbin and Helluva is that, like, she'll have Maxwell Adams play some side character in the background.
Maxwell Adams?
The creator of Billy and Mandy and
Wait, did he also voice that one-eyed dude who in Hazbin Hotel was like, "Wow, that was shit"?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, he was the guy in the big costume at Loo Loo Land who introduced them to the park. And it's just, I'm always amazed of who they're actually able to get in these specials. Like last time they got Mara Wilson. This time they got the guy playing Beetlejuice on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
It is Broadway, right? It is Broadway, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just making sure.
I mean, who else did you think it was? Michael Keaton?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they got him at this point. Anyways, just that opening sequence of Stolas singing to his daughter was like, geez, I knew this show was well animated and had a good style, but just seeing him sing that song and have the entire cosmos and stuff, it was breathtaking. They definitely stepped up in the animation department this episode, that's for sure.
Hell yeah, brother.
Not that they were lacking to begin with. But I'm definitely interested in seeing where it's going to go now and how they're going to develop this series more. And I am looking forward to seeing more Luna. As much as I think she's furry bait, I still want to see more of her and her.
Hell yeah, brother.
And see her work off of these characters. So yeah, definitely probably my favorite episode so far. Anyway, what about you, my friend Wolfie?
Oh, okay.
My friend, I have many stories to tell you about episode 2, Loo Loo Land of Helluva Boss. I don't know what fucking character I just... Alright, let's go. I don't know what that was. Episode 2, Loo Loo Land... Episode 2, Loo Loo Land of Helluva Boss is a really memorable episode in the sense that out of all the other episodes, I feel like all the other episodes had more comedy in it than substance. This episode has like a lot of substance and a lot of story behind it. It has Octavia in it, and Octavia is like Stolas's daughter. And as soon as the episode starts, it tries to tell you the story that Octavia is like her biggest fear is losing Stolas. That's her biggest fear, is that drifting farther and farther away from Stolas. But over the years, Stolas has got, like, you know, he had an affair with an imp, and the woman in this supposedly arranged marriage is very, very upset, and so on and so forth. So, as the other says, they go to Loo Loo Land to try and cheer her up, and then it comes down to like Octavia crying in the teacups, and she's like, just promise me you won't leave me or like leave the family for a fucking imp. I really like this episode in the sense that it has a lot of emotional substance. It still made me laugh at some points, and I thought it was a really good episode. There you go.
All right. So, to give my piece on it, I can see why a lot of people favor this episode, as a lot of you pointed out. It had something much more story-driven compared to the last episode, which, again, as I make the analogy, it's a bite-sized snack of just something going on. Loo Loo Land, it turned into somewhat of a big course meal. Like, you've got the humor, you've got the characters that we all identify in a humorous way, and you have this, like, to end it all, you have all this, like, you have this narrative between the parent and the child, and this, and just how dysfunctional they are. They had somewhat of a serious topic about how sometimes when you're a parent and you don't really see the big picture of everything, yeah, you can see how that can impact you, because that can also put some damage on the child. Not so much in the fact of, like, any ill intent, but just, like, you inadvertently do it, and you realize that you took a lot of things for granted. And it does come off heartbreaking, because as soon as it starts, we already see that Stola is giving comfort to Octavia because of her nightmare of potentially losing her dad. And that big lullaby song and everything, it comes off incredibly sweet, incredibly genuine, and we fast forward to a modern time, like everything changed. But the way it was framed, the way it was executed, it just made everything so smoothly paced that I just feel like this is an episode that is much more than just an average Helluva Boss episode. I could be wrong here, because I know that future episodes, it's said that Helluva Boss is going to start to get a little bit more serious. I don't know yet. Humor-wise, I pretty much love almost every joke. The interactions between Blitz and the clown, and how, like, they're both, like, at each other's throats, saying, like, hey, at least I don't make jokes for a living. I now get paid for a living, you sellout. Oh, somebody's salty. Everyone loves me. Does everyone love you? No, but I'm good with guns. Dance, bitch! There's also a small little gag that I thought was also hilarious. It's when, after that rigged game gets destroyed, some of the dolls, or the things that they call it, one of them flies up in the air and it lands on a child in a family photo. It's like, damn it, Billy, you ruined another bloody photo. Why were you even born? Like, ouch, Jesus.
The comedy in the show is very dark, Golden. Very, very dark indeed.
Well, it's not so much as it being dark, it's just like it knows where to hit where it hurts. And at the same time, some of which are just very clever. Like, you see the mascot costume, and it's like,
oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
It's like, I know you're a creepy pervert in there. It's like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It knows how to hit the right spots. Like, that just clash with the serious tones. Like, there's a small flashback that Octavia had when she first encountered that clown. Like, she hates that clown for a terrifying reason. Blitz hates the clown for a jealous reason, or an envious reason. And they both say it at the same time. Okay, his name was not Billy, whatever.
Still look like Billy. From now on, his name is Billy.
Oof. The kid. Okay, we'll just say the kid, and the kid was told he ruined a photo. There.
Oh, okay.
Billy the kid.
Billy the kid.
He's not Billy, though.
Oh, he's talking to the chat.
Yeah.
He's talking to the cat. Oh my god.
For a second, I was like, who is he upset at? Who said? Oh,
talking to the chat, yes.
Anyway, so yeah, Loo Loo Land is... it's easy to see why so many people love this so much. It's because it became a lot more than what you'd expect. I think a better justice in talking about this episode would go to Finn the Pony, which I would love to just chat with again. The dude is such... He's such a cinnamon roll.
That's what we call him. We call him a cinnamon roll. That's
Yeah. So, with that all being said, that's going to end the marathon for catching up all the Helluva Boss episodes. At the time of this being aired, the next episode will be out, and we'll be able to talk about that next week. So, with that being said, let's go straight to Q&A. While the questions are being given out, Peter, you said you wanted to share something?
So anyway, it's just a blink and you miss it scene because it ties in with the whole thing about how I said, what is it? Every time you think a character is one note, they have a certain element of depth added to them. I noticed that happens a lot with the like sexual characters in the show. And I kind of like that because I noticed that a lot with because it's no secret I'm one of the more promiscuous people in the fandom, but I've also met and talked with the other promiscuous people and noticed a lot of stuff that we tend to have in common because a lot of us tend to have really similar like themes going on in our histories, so to speak.
Okay.
And I really love what that did to Angel Dust in Addicted because the scene that made me like really go from just thinking, "Oh, Angel Dust is pretty fun," to Angel Dust is a character that I like genuinely really really like more, even more, is actually the scene in Addicted where he's with Cherry Bomb in bed and he's crying.
Okay. Yeah.
So just like, okay, he went from okay, people are just thinking he's a stereotype to, oh, he is realistic.
Yeah.
Because there was I know this is I know this seems like a weird thing to bring up as a topic of conversation, but I tend to notice that with especially if you notice it with like demons and like a lot of people who are into what I would call like demonic psychology, which I know is a loaded term because it's something that I generally use on my own. Especially when you look into like incubi, succubi psychology, which is using your sexuality to figure out more about yourself. A lot of the people who do that, including myself, tend to have histories where something happened to you in the past that tends to give you a lot of depth, but as a consequence of it, make you like hypersexual. I'm just like, oh, cool. There's like a lot of character. I just really like that there is that sort of character realism of the whole. Okay, so the depth is there, and it's not just, oh, this character is horny for sake of being horny. Because odds are, if you see that with a person in real life, especially with the people I've talked to just in this fandom that are like that, including myself, there tends to be a darker reason behind that. And by darker reason, we usually refer to like something messed up happened in your history that probably is something like a subjective hell to you. And I thought that was just kind of cool. So yeah, I just wanted to gush about that. And I also like that they did it with, again, Angelus and Stolas.
All right, then.
Okay.
So, I'm going to have to scroll up a bit to find some questions. Let's see. How would you react if IMP was hired to take you?
Well, guess I'll die.
Yes, I'll die.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think if you commit suicide that it doesn't count then?
You kill yourself before they kill you.
I burst at the door.
I mean-
You fools. I have the solution ready.
Right.
Aha.
I feel like that would be such like an anticlimactic like way of doing it, but like I mean, technically they didn't kill you. You are dead. They just didn't kill you. That or I don't know. Maybe I just whip out my occult books and then just do some magic of my own just to see how that goes, and then just be like, well.
You know what that would have to mean, though? That would mean that that before they got to you, that you fucked over somebody in life. They went into hell, went to Imp, and was like, "Yo, I need you to put out a hit for Ryley, or I need you to put out a hit for GoldenFox." It's like,
why would you automatically say my name, Wolf?
I was giving out examples.
I mean, you want like
Funny that mine was the first name you thought of.
I mean, like, if you want like the humorous answer to this question, then I'd just be like, well, and then just flip it, and then just flip the gun on myself, and just say, ha, I took myself out, shits. And then just flip the bird as I like go off to wherever else in the afterlife I was gonna go. Ironically, if I end up in hell, I'll still be like, ha, you didn't bring me here. I brought myself here. Point for me. If I wanted to be like super dramatic about it, I'd wait for them to be in the room and then snap my finger and then hit them with a Solomon triangle.
All right, so I've got a question from Retro Gamer Kevin. When do you suppose another Best of Golden Plays episode is scheduled to air on YouTube? I've hardly started because I'm still busy with a few other projects, but I'm already like clipping apart moments from when I first started streaming. I hope to get at least one done in March, so I'll keep it at that. I want to keep specific projects and date releases for my patrons, so I'll leave it at that. Another question I'm going to be scrolling through. Let's see. I'm trying to find one. Who do you relate more to Has-Been and Helluva Boss? Also, did you create Coca-Cola coffee? What?
What?
Coca-Cola coffee. How can you make both soda and coffee?
Oh, is that Pam? Is that question from Pam?
Hang on.
Who is it from? Icy Fire?
No, I'm scrolling up. Yeah, Icy Fire.
Yeah, that was on Twitter earlier. And
Faith, do you mind if I show this to people?
Oh, what?
Faith made a doodle of me.
Oh, let me see.
All right, hang on.
I see.
Okay, let me open the original and do this. Thank you, Faith. I love you.
Oh.
Faith is a legend.
No, Faith is precious. Everyone loves Faith.
Hey, that's good. That's really good, actually.
Adorable.
Aww.
No, thank you, Faith.
Good job on the eyes.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, she's really good at that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share the link there. Yeah.
You're so cute.
Well, that's something I'm going to have to edit in.
You better save it to your desktop, then.
What did she use to color it in? Because that doesn't look like pencil crayon.
Not sure.
Well, either way, whatever it is, if it's just a doodle on paper with pencil or crayon or similar, she did a really good job on the eyes when you consider it's that. Like, she's pretty good at that. Faith, you're a good artist.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have any more questions? Thoughts on WandaVision for anyone who has Disney Plus?
I've watched it.
WandaVision yet.
I watched it, and it's extremely interesting. Like, it's bizarre. Like, it's a mixture between the Twilight Zone and something off of, like... Because the I'm sorry?
Something like made by David Lynch.
Well, I was thinking more like one of those investigator shows, like CSI Miami or something.
Because I've been hearing it's like people are saying it's very David Lynchian, like what was it, Twin Peaks? Have you ever seen Twin Peaks?
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what Twin Peaks is
The
either. So...
death of Laura Palmer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a very surreal show. If you're into surreal, I definitely I'd give it a watch. I think the entire series is on Netflix, except for the new series.
That can't be all the questions. There's no way in.
There's one from Equestria guy saying, "Did you hear about the outrage over Thomas the Tank 2021 cartoon reboot?"
I don't
No.
think it's a big deal. People are mad because they rebooted Thomas the Tank Engine and it looks more cartoony than it was, I should say. And I'm like, it's a train with a face. It's a literal train with a face. I'm not hung up. I'm not a fan. I was never a fan of Thomas the Tank Engine. I was never like #1 fan of Thomas the Tank Engine. But I did think the outrage was kind of silly. I also think it's silly to call it an outrage because I also think only like big.
So no love or no links.
Yeah, I only think that big Thomas the Tank Engine nerds or fans were super mad about it, and I watched the trailer and I was like, I don't get it. I don't see why everybody's so upset.
All right. So Zuckerman is asking, has anybody listened to the Beetlejuice musical soundtrack? I have not. I only know of the musical. I just haven't listened to it that often.
I know of it.
amazing.
Yeah,
I've
I
listened to it. It was pretty good.
All right, so I'm trying to look for one more legitimate question instead of a joke question.
How many joke questions are there?
Too many. There's questions like, so Aeon, do you think you'll see your home in an episode of Helluva Boss? It's like, can you please be a little more...
I mean,
Yeah.
he technically did. Saturn was in there for a moment.
Well, I guess that answers your freaking question then.
I mean,
Yeah.
to give you an idea, Aeon, the forest on Aeon's channel is orbiting Saturn. The only reason you don't know that is because there's no shot in any video I'm in where Aeon looks up.
Because just like in horror films, no one looks up.
Yeah, exactly.
In horror films, no one looks up. The black guy always dies first, so on and so forth.
It's okay, Wolf. To defy that stereotype, if you were in my horror movie, I would let you live because I love you.
Oh, thank you. That means the world to me, Aeon.
Also because I wouldn't want to kill my friends, so if you were in a horror movie, I might spook you just to be a shit, but I'm not going to kill you.
Oh God, no. Ask call. Any seen the Paramount Plus commercials yet? There are Paramount Plus commercials?
Paramount Plus sounds like a ripoff of Disney Plus.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Oh,
a
you're
streaming
talking about-
service?
Oh,
It's,
I think he's talking about Peacock. I think
No,
that was the
Paramount-
Paramount thing.
No, Paramount's Plus was originally called CBS All Access, I believe, and then they changed it to Paramount Plus. It's
CVS, like CVS Pharmacy, like where you go to get your fucking prescription?
basically- yes.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind.
As in, like, this is CBS News.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it had all like the Nickelodeon shows and all the basically anything owned by Paramount.
Dude, I am signed up to each and every service except for Apple TV. And that's
I really
a lot.
like. The only thing I want to watch on Apple TV is Central Park because I've watched a few episodes of that and the musicals numbers are stuck in my head.
Where
The
was
only
this
thing
aired?
worth
What?
Where was Central Park aired?
Apple TV Plus, I believe.
Oh.
the only thing worth watching on Apple TV is Wolfwalkers. So
Well, I'm gonna have to figure out some alternative way to watch Central Park because I don't like supporting Apple.
my name is Golden. I'm standing here with my big fucking pitchfork and my sign going, I won't support Apple.
Up that new Peanuts show that's coming out too.
Yeah,
I'm so mad because the Peanuts movie that came out a few years ago was good, but it was boring, but it was good.
Hey, I loved that movie.
It was boring, but it was good, though. It was like a good kind of boring. And then I got mad at myself because I was like, it's a fucking Peanuts movie. What did I expect?
I'm
Well,
legit upset that Peanuts is being held by Apple. So I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm like, God damn it. It's like, no, I'm not supporting you, Apple. Fuck you.
Golden, what if they take a series that you really love? What if Apple got a hold of My Little Pony? Oh my god. They bought it from Hasbro? No, that'll never happen.
I think you broke Golden. He is so quiet. Right
I honestly don't know how to process that.
Why on earth would Apple specifically buy the media known as My Little Pony from
just to
Hasbro?
piss GoldenFox off.
No,
Dude, if
because
that
money.
actually happened, I would think that they would do it just to piss Golden off. Actually, 'Cause
No,
that would be the
it's-
only answer.
I'm trying not to go on a tirade.
Oh no, what have I done?
I love what Spinellover says. Apple. What's a soul?
I don't know, they lost it when Steve Jobs died.
Ooh.
Steve Jobs took the soul of Apple with him
He
into
was
the grave.
the soul of Apple.
No.
And then someone ate the apple. And then they had knowledge of good and evil, and they chose evil. And then they made
kind of their idea, guy.
$9 aluminum stand for your monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Alright, so
Wolfhead, we would already have this DVD collection by that time. What are you talking about? What did I say?
I mean, if
I
that's
don't remember.
an alternative to have access to watching anything that Apple owns, I would be okay with that.
Oh yeah, because they didn't make the DVD releases from My Little Pony yet, have they? Did they?
Apple did not own My Little Pony.
No, not Apple. I'm talking about Hasbro, wherever the fuck My Little Pony is from.
Shout Factory?
Oh. Dude, I want to buy it in seasons. I want to buy it in bulk.
You know, I think it would be appropriate to create like a huge bundle pack of the entire series.
How many
Yeah,
discs
they
would
need
that
to-
be, though?
They need to like put it in a, like one of those books, like the book that she was reading at the beginning, and like.
Oh yeah, that would be a dope
amazing.
idea.
That'd
Yes.
be a cool collector's edition.
Oh my god, I would buy that so fast.
Yeah.
Same.
I want an omnibus of all the comics.
All right, we have one
Just
more
make
question.
an
All
omnibus.
right.
Okay.
Who do you want to see guest star in a future episode of Helluva Boss? Honestly, I would just... I'm pretty much open to anything.
Who's my favorite voice actor? I don't know.
I got a few ideas. Bill Burr would be pretty awesome.
The comedian?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, that would be funny.
Well,
Bill
he also
Burr.
plays in. Isn't he the one who plays in The Mandalorian?
Yeah, he's in the
Mayfield
Mandalorian.
in the Mandalorian. Dude, if you can get like Joe Rogan in on this, he'd probably be down for this.
Joe Rogan.
The podcast guy.
Okay, Blitz, I'm gonna need you to try some DMT.
Oh yeah. Hey, have you ever tried DMT? Dude, that's insane. So anyway. Yeah, you can totally imagine him as a radio guy.
Thoughts on the Oscar animated consideration? Dude, I've stopped caring about the Oscars a long time ago. They don't take animated movies seriously, and the stuff they pick is just like arbitrary and something that we don't expect.
Well, what do you expect from a pay-to-win game?
Fair.
Yeah, there's also that. You know, there's no fair deal going on there, so it's like, you know what, it's not even worth it to waste your energy on getting salty over the Oscars and the Academy Awards. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap it up there. Thank you guys for joining us in this weekend's GoldenFox podcast. Next weekend, we should be tackling on Godzilla versus Donkey Kong, and I hope nothing gets jinxed. I hope that I'm not told at the last minute, oh, this is going on.